Hello everyone, this is Travis with COCAB, Watch Collectors of California and Beyond, with another full watch review. Today we're going to be looking at the Duckworth Prestex Belmont dive watch. Let's take a look here. Just a gorgeous watch. You can see that green fume dial with the wave pattern. It's just amazing. So let's go ahead and get that out of here. Neil Duckworth is the brand owner. Neil sent me this watch to review and is allowing me to keep it. So I just want to be open about that. That will not affect the review. I met Neil about a year and a few months ago at Windup in San Francisco. His previous collection, the Verimatic, was just an amazing looking watch. So I bought it's kind of a burnt orange one of that and have really liked and followed the brand since then. Originally, this brand was Prestex, and it was started by Neil's grandfather in the 1920s until about the 1960s. And Neil then resurrected it in about 2020 and has been working on the brand ever since. So basic specs, this is about 12.5 millimeters thick. The website currently says 13. Neil's going to be updating that because we've measured it several times and it's actually 12.5 millimeters thick. Bracelet currently is sized for 8.25 inch wrist, which is what I am. And that weight is 172 grams. If you do have all of the links in it, it is 179 grams. So that is the weight of it. Diameter is 42 millimeters wide, 46 millimeters with the crown. Water resistant, we might be able to see this here, to 300 meters. There we go. And it has a 2-year international warranty. So great warranty there. The bezel is 120 click. Let you hear it. Unidirectional rotating aluminum bezel. Has minute markers for the 20 minutes. For the first 20 minutes as a dive watch, as you might expect. Let me get it lined up there again. And then 5-minute markers enumerated at the 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, and 55. It does have 180 grip ridges around the outside. Has nice grip. I really like that, actually. The case, as you can see, is kind of the retro cushion style. It's really nice looking there. It's 316L stainless steel, so the hardened stainless steel. Case back, take a look, is a 6-notch screw-in stamped case back. You can see it has that, let me get it to focus better, that embossed duck logo, which looks really sharp. Surrounded by Duckworth Prestex. Let's see if we can get that to read it a little better. There we go. Belmont and 300. And around the outer ring it says solid stainless steel, sapphire crystal, 300-meter water resistant, and designed in England. Also has a serial number there. Chapter ring, just taking a look at that, you'll see that it is the railroad style track around the exterior with 1-minute markings. And if you look close, you'll see it has an orange minute marking every 5 minutes. What we're talking about, that I'll just point out, with the green dial, just looks fantastic with that orange seconds hand, the orange water resistance, and then those orange 5-minute markings on the exterior chapter ring. You'll notice at the edge of the dial, there is a 45-degree approximately angle going from the dial, the chapter ring, up to the aluminum bezel. So that looks really good. All right, let's take a look at the crown. It's in the classic 3 o'clock position. You can see there it's got 24 grooves, very good grip. It's 7.5 millimeters in diameter, and it does have that nice signed D right on the end of the crown there. The crystal is a double-domed sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating on the inside. Of course, I always prefer the inside because it will not scratch off, so that's a little plus there. The dial that we're looking at right now is that fume green. You can see the inner side, or the inner part, is a lighter green, and it goes to the outside as it gets darker and darker. It has those distinctive wave patterns. I'll try to show it to you in several different ways of lighting that I think just look gorgeous on there. I've worn this watch several times after receiving it from Neil and have just really loved the look and feel of the watch. On the dial, you're going to see Duckworth Prestex Belmont, 300 meters, and England at the very bottom. That's where Neil is located. Has the 3, 6, 9, and 12 enumerated with 5-minute circular indices. Has the second hand and water resistance rating again in orange, as well as those 5-minute chapter ring marks. The hands are brushed and polished steel with the BGW9 loom strips. That's both the hour and minute. You can see those right there. And the seconds is a sweep second orange with a round loom circle towards the end, which again I think looks really good and kind of just helps bring the whole design of the watch together there. The lugs, I love this, are drilled. I love drilled lugs. I'm going to point out something here that's really cool. This has the quick release on the bracelet. You can see it there, and drilled lugs. Very often when someone does the quick release, which I also love, they don't do the drilled lugs, which is fine until you go to put your own on, but then it makes it difficult if you do aftermarket straps or something like that. This watch has both, which I think is a nice little addition to it there. So the lug width is 22 millimeters, and you will notice that the bracelet tapers down from there to about 20 millimeters at the clasp. So that's pretty cool. And lug to lug, let's look at that. Lug to lug is about 50 millimeters. Loom, again, we mentioned, is the BGW9, and it's applied to the hands, indices, and bezel. Let me go ahead and kind of fire that up a little bit here. You can at least kind of see where it shows up the best there. All right. The movement. All right, this is the Miyota 9039. Very good workhorse, great movement. Japan made, 24 joules. The website for this watch says 38 power reserve, but actually the 9039 is typically closer to 42. And I talked to Neil, he hasn't done anything to lessen that, so you're probably going to get about 42 hours of reserve power for that. It's typically accurate to -10 or +30 seconds per day. It's the 28,800. It is hacking, and it is the true no-date movement. So you'll see there's no phantom crown position. It is, it's a screw-down crown. We'll do that. And then it just pops out one time to adjust the time. So that's pretty cool. The bracelet, let's look at that. This is the high-grade steel 3-link brushed finish. It does have that quick release that we talked about, which is really nice and easy to use. Really like that. Getting it on and off was very easy. The bracelet clasp is signed. Let's take a look at that. There you see the duck logo, which looks great. Now the bracelet, this is really cool. So you've got, first of all, of course, the standard locking mechanism. But then the other thing is you've got these two things on the side here. When you push those, you can pull this out very easily, and then you can click it back in. And so if you're going halfway through your day and you know your wrist has gotten a little bigger due to the heat and the swelling or whatever, you can let it out one, and it'll give you some extra room. And then, of course, you can push it in, no problem at all. And you can adjust that right while you're wearing it. You don't have to take the watch off at all, which I thought was pretty cool. All right, let's look at the packaging. We looked at the inner box already, but we'll take a closer look. We'll set this over here for right now. All right, you've got the cushion. We'll look under that first. Inside you have a nice polishing cloth, so that's awesome. The extra links, and then this came on the watch as well. Again, the nice Duckworth logo. So that's pretty cool. Let's get those put back in there. And then on the lid, got here some history of the brand. Picture of Neil there on the top. And it talks about the various dates starting clear back in the 1860s with the brand, which is pretty cool. We've got an instruction manual. Let me set this over here. Just shows you how to use that. And then we have the warranty card. So that looks great. So there we go. All right, I'll set this over here. That all came in just a nice, the cardboard box. That was inside of there. And then also, Neil sent just a nice handwritten note, which I thought was nice. as well as an announcement, and this is pretty cool, of their new Coronation 2023 watch. There's salmon pink as well as midnight blue. So that's something you might want to check out. That's a great looking watch. I'm excited to someday see that one in person. So that's everything that came with the watch. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the experiences. This is what I think we all are interested in. The winding, we'll just do this together. Unscrew it. Very nice and smooth. It has the proper amount of tension, kind of what you would expect to see. So no problems with that. Setting of the time was awesome. As a matter of fact, there's very little give. I actually measured it's about 1/12 of a turn before the hands start to move. And very clean, smooth setting of the time. Turning of the bezel, we did that already. Very clean, nice distinction of each click. Putting on and taking off was very easy. This is a great, easy to use buckle. So it comes right on and off very easily. Screw down crown, it is about 8 partial turns. So you'll go from start to finish in about 8 turns. There we go. I think I did almost 9 that time. And then the quick release bracelet, just to kind of show you. It's hard when I'm looking through the camera, but you basically just grab that and it comes off that easy. It is really, really super cool, and I love that feature of it. So, and then the bracelet extension, of course. That one we kind of showed already, but it's super easy to use, so no worries with that at all. All right, I'll set that down here for right now. So what could be improved? I always try to look at that. The one thing I would say is the look of the bracelet when it's extended. If you look at that, I don't think the look is great. Of course, I don't think anyone's going to have it that far. You'll probably end up only having it like 1 or 2 clicks. Doesn't look horrible. Kind of nitpicking a little bit there, but that could look a little bit better, I think. And then truly nitpicking, when I looked close at the indicators, we'll look at it together, especially the chapter ring 5-minute orange lines. If you look at the one, I'm going to have to move the hands here real quick. If you look at the one for the 7, right there, it's not perfectly aligned between the 3 and 5 or the loom dot. The 8, same thing, you can see it's off to one side. And then the 6, it's a little bit to one side. It's not positioned perfectly with the 5-minute marking down here, the 30-minute mark, I guess it would be, or the England. So it's not perfectly centered. You have to really look close, and, you know, I fully admit that I'm nitpicking a little bit on that, but I did want to at least mention it because I did notice that. So other than that, I couldn't find much to nitpick about this watch. It's just a fantastic watch that I really, really liked. And that's what we'll get into next is what makes it unique and what I love. Hold on a second. I think I got some fingerprints right there. All right, so I love the fume green wave pattern dial. To me, that just looks great. I have hundreds of watches. I don't have one like that. Not with the fume green and the wave, so that's pretty cool. I love that easy release bracelet that stays intact when you remove it. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention that too. Some of the easy release bracelets, the front top part of the pin here just falls out, and then this part falls off. This one stays intact, so I thought that was a nice little touch to it. I love the drilled lugs. I think I mentioned that already. That's a great point to have for doing aftermarket straps. The orange seconds hand. Here I am touching the crystal again. The orange seconds hand and all the little orange designs on the dial just really go well. And then the adjustable bracelet, that's really nice. So overall, fantastic watch. I have been thoroughly happy with it as I've worn it, excuse me, for the last several weeks. This watch is on the website at $1,082. Please go check it out. I think you're going to like what you see. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, like, and comment, and let me know if there's anything else that you're looking for in these videos. Thanks so much, and have a great rest of the day.